Good morning, guys. It's AJ here. Told you guys I told you a big on the 75-gallon reef tank, so here it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at first the livestock of the tank, just because I'm really happy with the way everything's progressing. I will say I have lost the male Antheus that I had in quarantine for my female, which is right there. That is the only fish I've lost throughout this whole process, so I'm pretty happy with that. All the fish have made it through their 2 to 3 week quarantine treatment, depending on how I felt how hardy I felt they are, and how healthy I felt they were as well. But as you see with the Midas Plenty, he's a very fun addition to the tank. We still got the 2 mocha snowflake clowns back in the back, and they're starting to really turn into their own, especially the bigger one underneath the overflow. It's definitely turning into the female. So they're always fun to watch. The one fish that I'm the most excited about is the copper Ben. I know a lot of people have problems with him. I have not had any issues with this one. It's eaten mysis and LRS from day one. It survived 3 weeks in quarantine, and it's just been an awesome addition. This is one of the fish I wanted to get in early because I do plan on adding a tank down the road, and there's probably going to be some aggression issues there, and I wanted this fish to be settled in. The Flame Angel and the Fox Face, they are hard workers. They definitely are always picking at the rock and interesting to watch and add a lot of color. And then I've got my Avanzi female Antheus, which actually just went in last week, so I'm hoping to get another male for her. As you'll see, it is a heavy SPS tank. Most of the corals, 16 of the frags are from battle corals. They're all in here and they're all encrusting, doing very well. I'm really happy with how this tank is progressing. I would like to think the Zeovip system that I am running is keeping it stable, even though I'm still trying to find that that little sweet spot with the tank as far as feeding and everything like that. But I've also added several other frags from my local fish store, as well as a recent trip up to Denver. I went to one of their local fish stores and came back with a lot of stuff, to include this rather large Harasa clam. It's bigger than my fist, so it's pretty cool. I'll give you guys some close-ups here in a little bit. Just wanted to give you an overview of the tank, as this is prime daylight hours. The T5s came on about an hour ago. My LEDs are still in an acclimation mode currently, since I did add corals 2 days ago. So it's not full intensity, as it will be here in about 2 weeks once it finishes that. But overall, I'm really happy with how this tank has progressed. And even though the corals seem to be growing a little slower than I would like, or I've experienced in the past, I don't know if that is just because it's a young system and it's still maturing, or if it's because I'm using the code A and code B, my 2-part. I really don't know. What I do know is they are encrusting and they are maintaining their color and their tissue. I even had some, such as an acro over here, that in quarantine started to STN a little bit, and since putting it in here and feeding it the amino acids and everything else that I am doing, it's actually grown new tissue over the dead skeleton, which is really cool. But as far as the equipment, we'll go ahead and start top to bottom. Don't mind the cup over there, that's just some fish food that I'm going to give these guys before I go to work. The lighting, I'm very happy with the aquatic T5 fixture with the Radions. Everyone complains about the Windex look. When the Radions are at their full intensity that I run them, it's not as bad as it is right now. But I'm happy with it. I definitely like the Giesman bulbs, the polychrome or phytochrome or photochrome. I don't remember which one it is. Basically, it's as close to the ATI Blue Plus bulbs. And then I've got one ATI actinic in the back. But I personally think this setup is very clean. It gives a good balance of color, especially since I'm still running the Gen 2 Radions, which I'm happy with. They've worked over the years. And quite frankly, if I thought they were something that need an improvement, I would have upgraded or replaced them already. The MP40s, I think they're hands down the best circulation pumps you can get. I like their wireless controllability, all the options and flexibility that Ecotech gives you, as well as the low profile inside the tank. My only complaint is with this one right here. As I was setting up the tank, I did drop it and busted up the bearings on the inside of the motor, so it does run a little loud, but that is something I will be fixing down the road. As far as the controller, I'm done with Digital Aquatics, and purely it's because I've outgrown the system. I'm happy with the simplicity of the controller, and I mean it does 95% of what I want it to do. It's just I've outgrown the light, and I tried to upgrade to an Elite, just the head unit, because Digital Aquatics used to offer that upgrade. However, they have since told me they don't offer that anymore. They don't manufacture it anymore, as well as the Archon. I was planning on upgrading the Archon. They don't manufacture that anymore. So all that kind of tells me that they're kind of going downhill as a company, unless they got some breakout product that's going to come out within the next year. So the Digital Aquatics is going to remain on this tank until I get a new house and a really big, probably like 180 gallon tank, in which case I will be switching over to an Apex. I like the Apex. I know they're awesome, and they'll do 100% of what I want and then some. I like the simplicity of the Digital Aquatics. Let's go ahead and take a look inside the stand. Okay, bring you guys down here a little bit. Okay. So as far as the stand goes, I definitely I'm very happy with the skimmer. As you know, it's not pulling out anything right now because it did just come out of feed mode. But the eShops S200 4th gen is an awesome skimmer. My only complaint is how hard it is to get the collection cup off, but I've kind of figured out a trick where I pry it off with like my hands as leverage, and it's worked. The trigger systems, Sapphire 39 is an amazing sump. As a matter of fact, I've been talking to the wife, when I get a new tank, I kind of want to keep this one because I'm so happy with how well it's progressing. Instead of tearing it down and moving everything over, it's making it hard for me to find a different sump for a bigger tank. I want a bigger sump for a bigger tank. I don't need it, but I want it. I like the 3 filter socks. I do run them. I replace one every couple days and just rotate them out. So I'm extremely happy with that. As far as the current USA E-Flux pump, I love it. It's super quiet and it's super affordable. I would love to have a Vectra pump, but quite frankly, for I think it's $500 for the L1 or $400, I got this pump for $220. So half the price for essentially the same flow rate. And I really don't need all the crazy controllability, because even though it is a DC pump, I set it to what I want it to be at and I forget it. Turn it off and on occasionally, that's it. The Zeo reactor, I'm very happy with how that has turned out, as well as my plumbing for the my whole manifold, the Zeovit and the carbon. And very happy with how it's worked out with the upgrade. It cleans things up a lot. Let's see, as far as dosing, I did switch to an Aquamedic Evo 4 doser with the 4-point expansion, so I've got 8 dosing pumps. I'm currently using 5 of those 8. 2 are for my 2-part, 1 is for coral color, 1 is for Microbacter 7, and 1 is for Restore, which I use to feed my corals at night. And so far that has taken a lot of the tedious daily tasks of running a Zeovit system. And it's taken those away. I do still do a few things by hand just to give me the pleasure of doing something, but the way this is set up is if I go out of town or if I forget a day or if I'm busy or whatever, then it still allows me to it still allows my tank to be stable. So definitely very happy with how that's worked out. Let's now I'll give you guys just a walk around and a close up of the tank and let you guys, see how things have progressed. So there's the view I get every day, and so far I'm happy to report that everything's doing very healthy. Like I said, the growth is a little bit slower than I would like. However, the coloration and the health, I think, takes precedence over the quick growth. But I'm sure once the lights are done being in acclimation mode, it'll grow a lot more. They'll grow a lot quicker. And as you can see, just about every single coral has their polyps out, which is always a good sign. Let's see if I can get that Slimer in the back for you guys. I would say the red dragon right here is the only one that I'm having issues with, and it just went in a couple days ago. It's fading. It's not stripping, but it is fading. So, but I am confident that it will bounce back. But just in case, I do have another frag in a different part of the tank. And then this is actually one of my favorite views right here. Just wish it wasn't obstructed by the vortex, but I really like looking at it down this way. And there's my big old clam I was telling you guys about. Anyhow, guys, until next time, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. My next video, I'm expecting a shipment of just a handful of corals from Worldwide Corals, and then I'm going to be leaving this tank alone and just letting it stabilize and grow up. But anyhow, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting, and I hope you guys enjoy the update on the 75-gallon Zeolite reef system. Have a good one.